Hi guys, welcome to Polydimensional Bootcamp Day 2 and I'm Harish. Yesterday we saw a demo and some page creation in our app. Um, is my audio clear and should I repeat anything? I need a question. I need to ask a question like yesterday we seen some stuffs. Should I repeat anything? I will show you a recap. Should I repeat any particular part or something that you want to see again like that? Is there anything like that? Do mention that. Hope you all good and be safe. Okay, we'll start our session with 2 minutes after 2 minutes. Like you just mention some anything that you want to ask about display session or something. You can just mention it below. And I will do a recap now. From to do. Yesterday we seen PPT presentation and demo. After that, we have seen like how to create a folder in Angular and Node.js, and we also installed some of the packages that want to be used, and external SPIs is used. After that, Postman check for we created some of the APIs for. In starting we created two get APIs. For that we checked in Postman, and Postman is a tool that used to check whether your API is running good or not. Either it can be a local API, or it can also be a hosted API, that means deployed API. And after that we seen environment setup in Angular, because Angular environment setup is somehow little bit long. Like we seen like service setup, and we also used environment variables like API base URL, something like that. After that we created a page, like search page is the first thing that we created. That we created a search box, and for now we just used button click function, so that when a movie name is typed, after that we clicked on a button and we called the API for suggestion. That API is, if you remember, search with keyword is the get API that called when search button is clicked. After that the list will be displayed. That list will be displayed from a array that we get. Okay, we got an response from that get API by passing the title in a query param, and we got the response. After that we got the response and stored it in an array called movie list. From that array we displayed the list by looping it using ng for. Okay, using this we created three things like movie suggestion. After that, pop-up is called when an element in a list is clicked. Like we created an element by looping the array, and after that when a thing is clicked, like any movie is clicked, it calls another API like search with ID, and that ID gives the particular detail about that particular film. So we will render it and we will use it in an ng template. We named our ng template as content, and that content template is used to create a pop-up. So that pop-up is displayed. After that, from pop-up there are two buttons like cancel and movie add to list, and if we click in cancel, it will close the model, or if we click add to movie list, it will add in a table. So before adding in a table, we added in an array with all the details, and that array will be looped in our table HTML table by using ng for, and we will get the output. Same thing repeated, and after that we went back to Node.js and created a post API for our user page. That means for user page, as we see, for user page we need just a text box like this, the sign up page with just text box and a button. so that when we click this, it will pass our name to DB, and the DB connection is done. I'll show the code also. Like yesterday we named our Node.js file as folder as Node.js and Angular file as Angular, and we connected to DB using this PG package, and these are the credentials from Heroku that I showed you. You need to register in Heroku and you can get that. After that, we pass it to new user post API. So our API is here, which is of type post and new user. Then it search for body, because post API's thing will be passed through body. So we passed only name. That name is to be stored in our DB. So before that, we created an ID, unique ID for our user, and we also created a token using JWT, which is a JSON Web Token, and we also embedded that token with two fields, name and user ID. Name is with nothing but we entered, no, that field is given to name, and the ID is which is created by randomize. It's a package randomatic, and yeah, we also had an secret key, JWT secret key, which is used, which will be a unique thing, so that any of the hackers or something, someone can't get into your token and decode it. So this will be unique. You can keep it anything that you want, and we also set an expiry date, like 30 days it's valid. So okay, then after that we connected to the DB, and we also queried like insert query to insert into a table. The table name is movie challenge users, and we inserted name and ID and name. Okay, then if it's success, it will return return a message to our UI part, user created token and ID. If there is an error, it will return an error. So yesterday we opened this, we actually did up to here, like if you see the to-do list, we did up to here, and actually I kept this list for now only, like user page with the sign up. So the recap is done, and for now the sign up page, actually it's at last we didn't get our token in our local storage. So I will show you what was the mistake I did, because there will be a mistake in everyone's coding. We need to learn from that mistake only. So the real mistake I did is, see, yesterday I didn't use this, because whenever we calling on button click, this is, if you remember, we find our HTML things inside this is Angular folder, Angular and source folder, and after that app. Inside our app, I created a second component called new user for my new user page, and inside that you can find that HTML thing. So yesterday I didn't open the brackets there, so it didn't work, so it showed an error. So now I opened this and we'll see what was it's giving. Okay, so as the same, the right side folder points to Angular, tab is points to Angular folder, and the left side tab is points to Node.js folder. So first we will run our backend npm start using the same command, which will run the node of our main file. In our package.json file we use this main file, so it will be started, and it started in this location. That's it, it's running good. In Angular also we use the same command npm start, which is pre-configured in package.json file. So it starts as ngserve, and it will take some time to build it. Let's wait. Today we are going to see yeah, we can mark it as it's also done. After that, yeah, sharing, we need to, the first two pages are done. We will configure the thing now by routing it. I will show you. If there is a token while the user is going to a user page, if there is a local token exists, then you don't need to relog in it, so you can just redirect to the search page. That's the thing I am going to do in routing. I will show how the app going to start and how the flow should be gone. After going into the search page, we just created the table. So now we are going to create the button like create and share. Using that button you can share your link, that your collection. You just collected some movies name, so that collection will be shared via a link. You will generate that link using our your app base IP URL, app base URL, like okay, I will show you. Now it started running. So okay, I will call this, we'll have a new tab and I'm going to run this. Okay, yes, it's opening. For now I didn't put any redirecting thing, and we will see whether there is any token or not. If there are anything, we will clear it, then we will start from beginning. Yeah, it's having, so we will clear. Now our yeah, to check this you go to inspect element and go to application. If you didn't find anything, you just click on this arrow, you will get the list. From there you can get the application, and inside application you need to go to local storage. After that you can find our URL here, so click on that URL, then you will find any if there are any local elements or any variables, you can just find it here. So for now it's not there, anything is not there. So we can go to our user page. So our user page is user. Okay, we are going there, and there is no local elements there till now. So I will add my name, like I will add my short name, CNHK, CNH. Okay, it's fine, and sign up. See, now we got the token, and if you go to the network, it will show what API is called. Yesterday I taught you like that. So new user the API, which is a post API, and it returns 200, and the response is our token. See, our ID and user created message and our token. So our token is stored in our application. That's it. So for now we created a user login page, and also we created search page. And don't think about the UI like using CSS and decorating things. I will show you the whole code which is actually given to you. Yesterday you got an GitHub ID, I think so. So if you tried anything, or you need to try that, so just run them in your local and do the same setup which I taught you yesterday for Node and Angular. Just clone it in your local and run it. You will find every CSS things, and I will also show you how the CSS thing works. I will demonstrate in end of the session. Okay, let's move into like, see, now what you see, I registered myself in this application, but whenever I click this URL, it's again asking me for the login. See, even if I have a token, it's again asking me. So first thing I need to do is I need to check whether there is a token in this page, like in the for this site. Token means the local storage token, because if there is a local storage token already present, that means I already registered, so I don't need to register. It's like hitting the DB again and again. It will create unique IDs with same name like that. So we can restrict that too from our UI. I will show you how to restrict that. Now I'm in Angular, so new user, this is the HTML page. So every HTML of the component is controlled by TS of the same component. So we are going to new user component, and we are going to check. If you want to check anything, whenever this page is started, you need to insert that in ng on init function. Ng on init function is like initial setup. You can just remember like that, initial setup. Initial means at the starting, at the beginning stage. So you need to do that here. So I will do it here. Like you can access the local like this, local storage dot get item, and you can see our item name is token. You can go and refer here. See, our item name is token. Just type that there, like get inside quotes, type token. If you had this token, you need to redirect to user your search page. Our search page routing thing is blank. See, you go to app routing module.is and our home page is the search page and it's blank. For now we are in user, so we need to go to blank, so we need to redirect it. So to redirect it, we are going to use an router method. That router thing is like this. Package, as I said before, it's a package. Now we are importing the package. After importing, what we should do, you remember that we should add the package here to a private variable so that it can be accessed from outside of this class. Think this is a class, so if you are good in C++, you will remember that inheritance concept and polymorphism, everything. In that you will have this private and public things. So I am going to name my routing thing as router, and sorry, I copied the whole thing. Just copy this. I think now it's copied. Yeah, router. So we need to, if this means if exist, if exist, go to that page. So we need to give this dot router dot navigate of function, and we need to give the blank. So just give this. Okay, it will go there. For first it will go there. Okay, whenever it's it started, it will if you reload this, it will redirect there. See, it will check whether there is a token, then it gives yes, so it's redirected here. And I will show you what if the token is not there. So I am going to clear the storage. Yes, cleared. Now if there is no token, you should not get this page. So because if there is no token, you means that you are not a registered user, so you can't create a particular collection for you. So that you need to have a token here. So we need to place that same command but in reverse. If you have this, you go to user page. If the token is not here, you go to user page. If you have this, you can proceed further. Like that you need to give it. So this is blank, like a home page. So we need to go to home. Okay, now what the function I said, like we need to start from initial stage, means we need to go to ng on init function. So ng on init function, if local storage dot get item, the same thing, token. Okay, and we need to add that router, no? So I will add it. Router and private variable, private router. Okay, done. Now router is there. We need to what we need to check, if the token is not there. So we need to put not here. If the token is not there, we should redirect to. For redirecting, we will give router. Did I mention route? Yeah, I mentioned router. So okay, I change that, router dot navigate to particular location, which is user. Okay, now it's done. So we'll check it's working or not. Now the token is not there, we are in search page. We will reload this. Okay, now the token is not there, so it went to user page. then it's working fine. After creating user also, you need to redirect to user page. You shouldn't be here. It will automatically reroute, but for initial only we set up as that one. So after having a token, it should redirect to user page. So here we calling an API and we are getting the token and we are setting it into a local storage. After that we create we should navigate to user search page. So I'm using the same command. After creating, it will go to navigate page. That's it. See, now we'll check that to reload the page. Token is not there, so it's remaining the same page. And when I'm going to create HK and sign up. Now the token will be added and it redirect to search page. That's it for now. After that we typed something and we got our pop-up. The search yeah, I will show the network. One API which is search with keyword, and we searched for 600 gram, and that movie's details is shown from the next API search with ID, and we are going to click in add to movie list. It's added. So after this we need to share this. We will add some more movie, like we need to share this. So we need to have a button like create and share. So I will add the button where I need to add in home.html. So below this I will add a button like below this div. Okay, here I will, no need of that, I think I'll take it from here. This button should be displayed when we have a movie there. Okay, I will show you what is there. We will name our button as create and share. Okay, see, the button is created, and as we use ng for, we can use ng if also. If we have collection is the variable which stores the movie list which we added to our favorite, like our table. So collection list, and its a length is 0, then it will be displayed. It's a thing like that. So when the length is greater than 0, it will show the button, otherwise it won't show. This if is show and hide, that's it. So after that, when we click this, we need to create our collection. That means we need to pack the whole collection and pass that to other API, which is to insert our collection in our DB. Okay, and we need to get the link back. So let's create that. This is a create collection function. Okay, first we will create from backend. So I will close all these things. Okay, from backend we need to have collection in that, right? So I will show you. We need to create our collection. Don't be afraid about this big coding. It's just a thing. I will explain it. It will be very easy. And we need to pass token here also. I will explain. From backend I will explain. You just imagine that how it works. I will show you the coding of frontend itself also. Okay. First, when the create and share button is clicked, it will go to this. It will call the API create collection API with the data of our collection. See, our body has sent the collection. It sent the collection, whole collection, that collection array itself, it sent into the data. And also with that, and if you remember that, if when we creating the service for post API call, we also added that if the token in local storage is present, we need to add this token in our header part. I will show you the code. Service, inside our service, this is for get and this is for post. Whenever we are going to do a post call, we added like, if the local storage got the token, please add the token. If the token is not null, add the token in our header as token and assign the token variable here. Okay, if not there, we don't need to. This separates two post call. This will be performed while calling the post API of creating user. At that time we won't have any token, like for the first time we are creating the user, so at that time we won't have any tokens, so it's not added here. And this is the time where we are calling now. So for now we have the token of the user, which is unique, and we are also passing that. From this token we are going to decode that token and get the username and ID, so that we will insert the certain details under that user ID into our table, which stores the collection of our user. Okay, so this will be the thing. And yeah, it also passes there will be a token, so it passes the token in header. So we are going to decode it, decoding JWT token. So I named it as JWT token, and it's await and async function is used whenever which should be used at the same time, because it will synchronize our function, it will synchronize how the function should be executed first, and it will give a result very what to say, it will concentrate in the main function and it will give the result. Okay, so that our function will now execute like with a token. And I placed the function here. If you go down here, you will get the function. You can just place it here inside any API post or get call itself, it will work. And outside also, if you paste, you need to mention it particularly. So for now it will work fine. And yeah, it got the token. If there is no token, there is no header token, then it will return an error, because if he didn't register, he won't get the token. So how he can just create it with a collection, so it will get an error. So no token provided. After that, if there is a token, it will come here and it will verify. This is the what to say, predefined function which is used in JWT. JWT is a package that you know, which is a JSON web token, and which has a function verify. It's like the same function called like in Python. If you see any of the list variable will be there, then if you place dot and minimum, it will give the minimum value inside the list. Like that, it's a predefined function for JWT. It will verify the token that we passed, and it also asks for JWT secret key. And I said no, we will use a unique secret key so that we can decode it without any security issues, because this secret key will be unique, so no person can find this like that. So I named my secret key as Harish Reel. You remember, I think. If you forgot that, you also check whether while creating JWT what token you used, the same token you must be used here. So while creating JWT, I used the token Harish Reel. I am also using this here, Harish Reel. Okay, and it will enter into a function, and if there any error, like it will check first, it will check for token expiry, like we set the token expiry date for 30 days. So it will check for that, whether the error name is token expired, we will send back that token expired, so relogin, like that. If the error is token expired, we will get that error and we will go to user page. Okay, and after that, if the error is nothing like token expired, it will just say authentication failed, like that, because maybe that secret key will be changed, will be tried by any other hackers or something. So it won't match, so it will give error in authentication. So it's all going good, and it will just decode it. It will also place the variable error. If there any error, it will catch this. If there any decoded thing, it will go to decode. So now we are going to decode the two fields which we are added in our JW token is name and user ID. So we are going to decode them, and we are going to pass it. Okay, now we decoded that, which is name, and we also decoded dot user id. Now it's in decoded token. Now it will be returned. Where it will go, we just call it in the above function call. See here, now it will go to this decoded token value. From there we will just in our collection we will just push uh, what to say, each and elements which are needed for our table insertion. See, I will show the table structure. Like see, movie collection will have name, year, rating, actors who are acted, and directors, and plot, and runtime. After that, language. After that, the poster of the movie, and user ID. User ID is that user name. Okay, who going to be inserted this. So, and after that, created it. It's just a timestamp at time what time you just created it, and this user ID is from this table, so that it will be a foreign key, and if there is no user, it won't insert. You can't just give a user ID from your own. It will just check with username from there, and there is no possible with by changing the JWT token in your local with proper user ID also. So unless you don't know the secret key. So for now we will just push the elements from collection. We will iterate for each, and it will iterate one by one, and it will be pushed to the arrays. Okay, for now the each array will have user ID array, user IDs will be there, and the name, and array everything. So the user ID column will be the will be in repeated manner, and the movie name everything will be the unique things. So whenever we call the collection of a user ID, it will club, and it will get all the movie collection list, and it will give us as an array. So that's it. So now we are good to insert. So we are connecting by using pool. This is the variable that we use for our connection. So we are going to connect to the DB. It's here, connect to the DB, and we are querying the insert query. So insert query is queried, and the DB is inserting. For now, you can also use different types of insert. You can just iterate it one by one, and insert it by using a for loop, but it's not that much helpful in reducing the runtime, because it will take a very big time to insert. Because if you just think about, you selected 100 movies and you just gave a API call, it want to iterate 100 loop. So by using this, it just you insert our array in fraction of seconds. Like it's like unnest, and we need to give a text array. We need to give an array, it will convert it into text, and it will store. So each array will be placed. From that array, the user ID will be for first row, it will have the first movie and user ID name, and second movie user ID name, third movie user ID name, fourth movie user ID name. Like that it will go, and it will insert in our tables. So it's just inserted, and it all done well. It will just give a response like collection created, and the decoded token like means it will give the user ID of that particular collection, because every collection is going to be called by user ID only. So whenever we want any user IDs collection, we will give that user ID only. So it will go to our DB, and it will take from this table, and it will give the movie collection of that particular user ID. So it will do like that. After that, if there any error, it will be catched here, and it will render it. Like that's it. We are going to release our collection like DB connection, and it going to work fine. So From backend side, we just created another another post API, and this post API will just get the token, and it will decode the token, and it will get the user ID. After that, it will parse the collection data, and it will load it in particular different types of arrays. After that, it will insert in our DB into a particular table with the user ID. So that's it. This will be the DB storage for our movie collection, unique collections for a particular person. Okay. Backend side is over. We will check that in front end side. So for that, we need to go from this HTML page, like here we need to create a collection. So we need to call this API, no? So we will just call it. This is the function which we use, so we'll use it. In create collection, what thing we are going to pass, you know that we are going to pass the whole collection variable itself. So we need to cat that variable, and don't mind about the spinners. Yeah, that's it. We are going to take the collection data, and we are going to pass the collection as collection, so that you remember that we used collection dot for each. So we are going to pass it in body. So pass it in body, we are going to call our post call, which is from app service, API service that is created above, like API service, and we are named this API, and API post call is done, and the environment is also imported. From environment we got API base URL, and after base URL it's going to create the collection, like calling the create collection endpoint in the backend from the API side, and we are going to pass the data there. And the response is when it's done success, it will give the response, and that response, if it's equals to collection created and the ID is there, then we are going to go to the next page where the ID can be shown. So for now we need to go to another URL, right? This navigation is not done, so we need a component here. So we just create a component like to share. This is for share page, and go opening terminal for Angular. It's opened. I will just minimize it. Wait a second. Okay. Now see here. I am going to create a component. If you remember the command, I hope you all remember. I think ng generate component, and we can name it as share, because we are going to share that. Share. And this routing thing will be different from other things. I will show you, because we are also passing the ID. I said our backend side will get the ID, and just go to our DB and select the wanted details for that ID. Okay, so we need in backend side we need to pass this ID. So to pass this ID, we need to have this ID, no? So we are just having it and passing it in every page. So this will be the starting page. Whenever we create a collection, it will give an ID. So we need to have it, and we need to pass back. So we are holding it in our URL itself. It's not that secured thing to be hidden, so we can hold it in URL itself. So this URL will have a parameter like it will be called a snapshot, something like that. I will show you. And whenever the new component is created, it's a rule to create routing. So we will go to the routing, and we will create the path. Okay, now I am going to create a path, what we named it as share. Okay, and we are going to pass the ID. So we will name it as ID, and after that component, our name is share component. Yeah, done. It will point to, whenever the ID is given, it point to our share. Now we will go to Sure, we will see what are the changes till now we did. Okay, now it will reload. Yeah, it's reloading. Like we also had an API call. So for now I am going to add two movies, Amazing Spider-Man, and I am going to add it. See, I used ng if that whenever the collection is having greater than 0 elements, it should display the create and share button. That's working. And Six Ground Underground is also good movie from my point of view. So I am adding this, and now we are going now see the repeated to get APIs is called. So when we click this, we need to call a post API, which is create collection. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, I didn't restart my backend, so I will restart it because I made some changes. No, so I need to restart it. And there is a way to automatically reload which is named as a node-man, and it will be taught in our course. So it will increase your developing thing also. So we no problem, we'll restart. We can just click share, I think. Yeah, see, it gave a response like the ID and also movie collection created. So with its movie collection created is good, so it's passed to our share page, and the share page is going to be filled with this ID. You remember, see, the share page is got with this ID like mm, 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 mm. Sorry, I did it in home page. Yeah, share page, and also ID is passed and it's redirected. Our share page contains only share works template for now. So it's going to share page and it's having the ID in URL. See, the ID is in URL. This is the same ID which we got. So we are just holding it, and now we are going to give it back to the DB so that we can get our collections back. So right, it's working good. So we will change this template and we will create our unique what to say link. Okay, I will show you how to create the unique link. Before that, we need to add the unique link in our environment, which mentioned as app base URL. Okay, app base URL. See, HTTP, our app local host port is, you remember that, 4200. Okay, don't forget to use command comma. Yeah, that's it. App base URL is just created. So for now, whenever the I will close other things, app environment is done, and this one is also done. I am going to open share HTML and also share TS, which controls the share HTML. Whenever the share component is loaded, we need to create a unique link, okay, using this base app base URL. So we need to get that app base URL from our environment. So I'm importing that environment from src environment. What happened? Environment. Auto suggestions are very good in Angular, really. If you didn't get that, you just retype it, it will give you. After that, environment is just a variable, so you don't need. And I said whenever it should run first, you can when initial stage you can just give it in init. So this is like just setting a variable, so we can just use the constructor function, because constructor function is also the first thing which is going to be hit first. like run first. So I am going to have a web link, create a web link. I will keep it as string, and I'm going to assign this web link, this dot web link equal to um, after that we are going to add this. We need to get that environment variable, environment that app base URL. So yeah, app base URL will be got. After that we are going to have a collection. This will be the next component that we are going to create. After that we are going to use this, and we need to get the title of that, like the present routing thing. So we need to have an routing package like active router that can be get from here. See, active router. Whenever the new thing is created, we need to add our private variable so that it can be accessed from outside. Router, that's it. This dot router dot snapshot dot get params, sorry, param map dot get of, the name is id. So that's it. By this you can get the parameter which is in the current URL, like it will go to the root and it will take the current params which matches with the name id, and it will snapshot it. Snapshot is like just clicking it, catching it, like that you can mean. So now it will be, whenever the page is loaded, it will be stored in web link, so we can just show that here. Okay, I will just create a body and remove this heading and share page. I will name it as share page. After that, div class container, and inside the container I am going to display it. So to display it, I am using this. By using this, you can access the variables of your component ts file. So my name is web link, so I will get this. So let's go to our page and check whether it's running good. Now the page is loaded. See, we had the link, which is this one. So we are good, we got the link, and yeah, we will have this. I think our local is http. Yeah, http. Okay, we got this. So we will copy this, and whenever we copy this and paste it, it will be the unique page. So for now there is no page, it will throw an error like there is no page like this. And so for now there is no page. We will just call that page, and we will have that id, we will pass that id to a db, and we will get the particular collection that we want. So to pass it, before we need to have the post get api. For now we are going to just pass it, and we are going to call it select query only. So we will just create a get api. So yeah, let's go for collection and get that. After doing this, we will just have a small break, and we will go for deployment, and we will just have a recap. See, here we are going to pass it here as a param. I will show you in from front end how to pass it as param. You can also pass it as a title or something, but we also wanted to teach like how to pass it as a param, so we use this param thing. So it's like the same thing. If the URL in share URL you used share slash id, the same thing it's going to be used here. And to get this, we are using request.params.id, the same id which should be here. So we are getting that, and after that we are connecting to our DB, and this is like a view I created in our DB. Uh, like we thought it will fetch that thing which matches our ID. So just it will be replaced with this, and to create a view, just type create view all collections as this query. So this will be replaced from our outside thing. So that's it. Select star from all collections is our view which collects from movie collection, where the movie collections user ID, this is C, user ID is matches with this movie user's ID. So user ID which matches here and which will be given there, and the particular detail will be given. So yeah, the user ID, this is the user ID which will be returned. So this user ID is checked there, and it will be in created at decrementing way. So the last created movie will be coming in first or something like that. So we just passing the ID that we got from the param, which is also given there. See, we have it in our link. See, we are having it in our link. Just this ID will be taken, and that this now we are creating a get method, no, API method. So that will be called whenever this collection page is going to be open. So we will create a collection component also. So I think you got that how it works, and the row count is greater than 0. That means the user has an collection, then it will return the whole collection rows, and if not there, he won't get that. So let's create this component. The API part is done, the backend part is done. So let's create the API from component for the front end. So yeah, before that we need to open the terminal here. For Angular, I am opening the terminal, and ng generate component, we will name it as challenge. Okay, and whenever there is a change in our thing, we need to restart it. Now the backend is restarted, changed, so I am restarting it. Yeah, it's restarted, and the component is created successfully. And I said whenever the component is created, it should call that API. So I will call that API from here like this, which is get API. So as the same, whenever it's just created, it should be called. So I'm just placing it on constructor itself, and same thing for share, we got environment and the active router, no. So that's how we will fetch that active thing. So we will have private API service. After that, private route, I just had route, I think so. So route active route. Sorry, API service I didn't import, I think so. So we'll take that from this. The same thing which I used yesterday, so I am using it. And we will have the title variable here, which is of string, and also we will have the collection variable, so that our collection data will be displayed, and it's not a variable, it's an array. The spinner, don't take them into consideration. Yeah, it will call our API from collections, and it will pass the ID that got from the routing param, and it will just go there and give a response. If there anything no collections found means it will give no collections found for the given URL, or else it will have a look at the user ID is also, username is also given, so username, and the first movie is for first favorite movie collections will be displayed. Yeah, after that the collection, to the collection attribute we just named it. So just two things are there, like looping it, we are going to loop it in our challenge HTML. So challenge HTML, challenge HTML, I just opened it and give a div class row, and here I'm just use the title, and the title will be in the in that row, div class. The next row we have just for now I will print the collections list, like I will list it ng for, you remember this, I think so, item from collection, and let I equal to index. Okay, now I'm going to have that movie, sorry, not movie, collection of I dot name. We'll check what the name thing is, see what it will return. The name of the movie is name underscore. So that's the challenge HTML. Yeah. Okay, done. I think we need to close the parenthesis. Yeah, it's done. Now we'll check how it works. We copy this and we'll paste it here. It will call the API and it will display the names that we selected in our collections. Okay, it did some mistake. Matching collection. Okay, routing thing I forgot. So that I said like it's a mandatory thing to do routing first whenever we create a component. So path collection ID comma component of challenge, we just named as challenge, so don't confuse with collection and challenge. So that's it. I hope now it would work. As it got that token, it's just loaded in that URL. Now we'll check for this URL. Yeah, we got that. I got my name, Harish Favorites Movie Collection, and my collection is Amazing Spider-Man, and the other name is 6 Underground. That's it. We got our flow correct. So I will stop it here, and we will see the change the what to say CSS part from my Git repo, like I already had. After changing it, we will just have a whole flow, and we will see how to deploy it. Afterwards, I will explain the CSS part, how it works and everything. Okay. I will have a 2 minutes break. Is there any doubt up till here? Because we are just done with the functionalities. We are just moving into deployment and the CSS thing. So is there any doubt? Just ask me. Is there any doubt? I will just give 2 minutes. So just you can recap it and say if there are any doubts. Just ask me. I will repeat it. And for to-do list, the sharing page DB connection is done. Creating collection API based on URL is done. Creating collection page UI, and with good style I will change it and I will show you. After that, yeah, we'll mark it as done and afterwards. And API render, from we are getting the data and we are passing it in a list. It's done. Finished flow with deployment. These things will be done soon. After 1 minute break, we'll check that. Okay. You can just change this application whatever you want. Like I used movie things. Like if anything like that, you can just change this movie with any other ideas. Like what thing? Songs like you can replace with its song. There are many APIs to get the song, and you just challenge your friends like sing the song and send it to me like that. You can just change this idea, and I'm just saying with songs. You can just go with any other good ideas too. Think crazy about that and think. Okay. I hope all understood. So I am moving towards changing the CSS, like I will show you. First I will change, I will have all the HTMLs open and I will change that, because TS files don't need not needed further. Okay. Okay. We'll start with our home, and home challenge user. Yeah, user HTML. See, everything is there. We'll start with share HTML and user HTML. So I already had the design, so I will just replace it and I'll explain it. So new user, I'm to going to change it, and name is, the whole thing can be changed, I think. Okay, yeah. User, HTML is changed. Now we are going to TS also. I will change the TS and I will show you how it works. And TS, I changed this. Okay. Now we'll see how our user page is. It won't redirect to user page unless we what to say, clear our site, because we have token, so we just the way we used to be. So I'm just clearing, so that's it. Now the token is not there. I'm going to call my yeah, CSS is done for our user page, and you can see that it's only in what to say, 75%. So we want to make it as a 100% thing, so we'll make it 100% by just a small CSS thing which covers height of 100%, and that CSS must be placed in the style CS, which is kept outside. It's meant to be for the index file. So style CSS, I'm just pasting it and check it now. Yeah, just it's covered, and I'm going to enter my name. I'm going further, Harish, and proceed. Now we'll replace this, okay, which is what page, you remember? Home. Yeah, you are correct. And home page, where is home page template? Now for now the user TS is fine, and user HTML also fine, and I will explain the user HTML thing at last after deployment, because it's not the big deal. The main things you want to learn is deployment after this. So I will teach you in within 3 minutes. I will teach you, don't worry about that. I will just replace the home HTML TS file first, like home HTML TS file. I replaced it, and home HTML file, home HTML file. Sorry, home HTML file. Yeah, home HTML file is replaced. Now we'll check how our home page is looking. See, it changed, and some of the loaders is also there. So just type spider and it will automatically load and give you the suggestions. And if you add this, it will show you, and it's just something fishy, so we'll change that, and add, it's just added, and the color of the button is also changed. And after this, the function is to call other thing. So it's going to call, yeah, we are here in share page. So next we are going to change the share page HTML and TS file. So going forward to share HTML, and where is the share HTML? Yeah, share HTML I replaced, and TS file, from there we need to replace. So from there to here, yeah, just replaced. And here CSS is also there inside our share page. We need to consider that too. See, CSS, if you have any CSS to be added, you can just add it in any of the corresponding HTML CSS page. I opened the share CSS page and I adding the CSS, like decorating colors and like changing the button colors, everything. So now the share page is also changed. See, now it's changed. If you click this, it will be copied in your clipboard and you can just paste it. Oops, our I think our collection URL is different from here, because we'll check what the routing model of here have. See, they are using collections. Okay, we can also use collections because it's a collection of movies, so just will use collections. Okay, now just paste thing, and with that ID it will give. So now we need to change this. So heading towards challenge and challenge HTML and challenge CSS, like challenge HTML, sorry, here challenge HTML will close other stuffs, routing, share, style, yeah, challenge HTML is replaced. And if there are any questions, like just ping us, do ping now. Maybe some issues there, so just ping now, I will reply that soon. Okay, challenge HTML is done, so we need to change challenge TS. And yeah, we also need to check whether there is any CSS. Yes, it's there, so we'll use that CSS here. And check whether there is CSS for home, like yes, it was there. It will look more attractive, I think, if we paste it. Now we'll load this. I think it's not that same thing as that. Is it so? Yeah, now it's the same thing. Yeah, I just added one movie. I didn't add that second movie, so it just gave this. So that's it. The UI changes and CSS changes, which can be anything that you want. So uh, created by your own self. So next we are going to head towards deployment. So till now, any doubts, just ping, please ping. So deploy, if after deployment we're just going to see the recap and UI things, and we'll finish our bootcamp. And the whole bootcamp materials will be distributed by tomorrow to the registered people and through emails or any kind of short thing. So we will distribute that soon. Okay, I hope we can head towards deployment. For two things we are going to use. Okay, two things we are going to use, like we are going to use Heroku for our Node.js deployment and Firebase for our Angular deployment. These are two cloud platforms we are using for our hosting thing. So I will show you how to do that. Okay, go to Node.js. This is Node, sorry, Heroku. This is Heroku. You can just go to Heroku website and just create your own account and go to personals. There you will find the way to create new apps. Now I am creating new app, like I am going to name my app as Harish Reel. For now we are using the same thing in our app, so just use this. Yeah, that's it. Create app. See, it straight away it's directed to the deployment, so just go down. It will instruct you very clearly, like after doing this, copy paste the same commands that you got here inside mainly focus on inside your you must be inside your node.js folder in your terminal. So just paste it, Heroku login. This makes you log in from your terminal to Heroku thing. So just enter. It will redirect to the page and it will ask for the credential. Just click login. Already you are logged in, so it will just has a successful login. You are logged in. Now go there. See your ID, my ID is displayed here. That's the ID that used for my account. So after that you should be in our repo and just initiate Git. You must have Git for this. Just install Git in your local terminal. Just search in Google, it will suggest you how to install Git. After that, Git installation is done, and after that, Git remote. You need to add this repo. Consider this is a folder, like Heroku is Harish here is a folder. You need to backup it your local files in Heroku folder. So to connect to that remote repo, you are going to use this. So Heroku Git remote. Okay, this will connect to that. Yeah, that repo. See, I mentioned it's a repo, .git repo. And before adding things, you don't need this file in Node. Which file I will say? See, I'll close this terminal and see here. The Node.js file comprises of Node modules, which holds all the packages that you want. So just create a new file called .git ignore, yeah, and type node modules. That's a file name, no? Type correctly and just click save. So this ignore is like whenever you add a git thing, like using git, if you add any folders or deploy anything to your repo, it will just ignore this node modules because it will hold big size. So some of the cloud platforms will limit you to certain size, so you can't go further. So that will be the a tragedy. So we are avoiding that. So after that, they gave the command like git add dot git. We are initialized, so we need to add now. So git add dot means everything. We are adding every files which is other than git ignore files. After that, git commit type m and anything first push. Okay, I'm naming this post push. Okay, oh sorry, I used equal to, yeah, it's just pushed every files. And after pushing committing, it's just we need to push it to Heroku master. Git push Heroku is the name of the remote. So we added the remote now, so that's name is Heroku. So Heroku and its repos branch is master, so just pushing it. While the meantime, we will create a Firebase app also. Okay, just we will wait and create it. Just finish it successfully and we'll go for front end side. Yeah, that's it. This is the link. We got a link for our deployment. You just check it. You can share your share the link as a global thing. Now it will work. So it's taking a long time. Any issue in data or something? I think some issue in Chrome, because my network strength is good, so I'm assuming that. Okay, we'll try for any of the API, search with keyword with endpoint, and the title is good. I think the strength is good. Yeah. What happened? Yeah, one main thing I forgot. I will show what that is. If you want to run your thing, you need to add a port here, which is of processor port for that. So for that environment, so you need to add it here, process.env, sorry, env dot port. This after that or, so this will have a port from that. It won't use 1234 because it may be busy with some other application. So yeah, we need to see application error. See, we need to give that application chance to use its own port. So we are just going to re-add it, like add it again and commit it, push 1, we'll name it there, see file change, and we are going to push it again. That's it. It will whenever you have any change on local, you just do these 3 commands repeatedly, then it will push it again. Yeah, it's taking too long, so meanwhile we will create our Heroku app also. Sorry, Firebase app. So for that, just surf Firebase in your Google, and you will get that. See, Firebase for building. You can just use the storage of this Firebase also. Just search it, and if you want to learn this particularly, do some suggestions that you need the particular thing that I need to learn. So we will try to teach that too in our upcoming courses. We also had that. So particularly if you want to learn anything, you can just ping. And I'm going to add my new project. Here I am also having going to name my project as Harish Reel. This is from another platform, so you can name it anything. And yeah, my account is, you can just sign in with your Google account itself, because it's mainly from Google, so Google providing service only. So you can just your Google account and just sign in, and yeah, it's getting created. If you remember that when we start environment setup in Angular, I said there are 2 environment setup. Now we set up that environment for our backend side. See, this is for backend side. So like that, we need to provide the environment for our front end for the prod, that is for production. So now in local we had 2 things. So in prod also we need to have 2 things, but the URL will change. I will show you. I think now it will work because it's deployed. See, it's deployed. Yeah, it's working. So now we need to replace this link with that. See, welcome is the starting point of that. So we will replace our API base URL in its prod. So just replace it with prod. Just ignore that, delete that slash. It will give a mistake. So, and yeah, the project is done. And one more thing, you need to add your project here also. So just type, say how the project name will be. It will, after deployment, this will be Harish Reel dot web dot app. This will be our link. I'm damn sure about that. See, after that we want to host it. So go to hosting. This is my Firebase dashboard inside of in my project. So this will also help you. If you don't have Firebase tools, you just click this and just install it. I already had, because it will take time, so I am ignoring that step. Just copy paste it, like then I copied that, and go to your Angular and just copy paste it and click install. It will install. Okay, now I did this before, because the Firebase tools will take much long time, and you need to have Firebase login also. After that after that only you can use this Firebase in your local. So you need to go do that. A Firebase login, it will ask for your ID. It will point there. Already I signed and logged in, so it's just saying my ID name. So that's it. The second step is done. After that, Firebase init. Before that, I forgot to deploy it. We need a build it. We need to build our Angular application. So I'm going to build it. Build prod. This is the command. I'm inside my Angular project and AOT. Okay. Ahead of time. This means it will just quickly render the page that as much as possible for us. So this will create a folder. I will show you the folder structure before this command. See, just close it. This is our Angular folder structure. See, only this much. After doing that command, it will create a new folder called dist. Okay. Inside that dist, we will have this Angular package name Angular. Inside that dist folder, we will have this folder. Inside that folder, we will have index.html, which will be the initial page which created from our whole application. So I will show you what is going to do. It's building. Meanwhile, if any deployment issue, like you find any difficulty in understanding the deployment of Node.js, just comment it. Yeah, it will take time. Now Node.js is good. Okay, done with that, and we having this. After deploying this, we will have the dist folder. After dist folder only, you need to start your Firebase initialization, because initialization will check for the folder structure, and it will just have it in your firebase.json file. It's like as package.json file, the firebase.json file is like a instruction file which will be read from Firebase console. So you must be clear in that. So just build your project. After that, go for Firebase initiation. Okay. Any doubts? Yeah, it's done. Okay. We'll go with Firebase init, and please, if you have any doubts, just comment it. I will clarify that, and don't hesitate to ask any doubts, even if it's very small. Just ask it. See, um it's asked for hosting or DB or many services. I just choose hosting. You need to click the spacebar and click enter. After that, it will ask for any existing project, you need to create new project. I have existing project, so I'm just clicking enter. So it will ask for which name. I created Harish Reel, no, so I will just enter that. So this is the area where you need to give that dist folder name. I will show the dist folder which is created after that deployment. See, after building, the dist folder is there and the Angular folder is there. You need to give the whole path. So just give dist slash Angular. That's it. It's good to go. And if you have any spelling mistake and doubt, to see here, it will have the folder name. So just it will be same as our project folder name, project name. Just click enter and just no, you don't need to rewrite anything, and no. Okay, yeah, that's it. If you go there, you will find the new files like Firebase RC and the firebase.json. Two files are new, so this will instruct our Firebase console. So after that, if you go to Firebase itself, we did these two steps. Then at last we need to deploy it. So copy that and paste it. Just try. This will deploy our application, and it will give you the app link, and you see it will match our environment app base URL. Wait and see, it matches. Okay, now we'll check that whether it's working good. For the first time, it's already had, sorry, I think it's having local storage. So I will clear the site details. I'll paste it and I will open a new term, new Chrome. Basic issue, some of the time you will face the Chrome will have the whole control of your app, so it will just repeat it the same thing. So just type user and check whether it's redirecting. No, it's not redirecting. We'll check what will be the mistake. No, yeah, we did a mistake, like it's not user. I think the extra thing is messing with us. Sign up. We'll see what's the thing. Actually, you got this, but the some of the things which we change, from the source, it will be giving us a torture. So let's check that. I did not need that. I didn't change that. So yeah. Router, I didn't change the router, no, so it may give that mistake because of that. See, this routing is user, but in home I will have as sign up. This is the thing why it's not loaded. So if you have any mistakes like this, just go there and check for this file and choose every Firebase files and delete it. I will delete it permanently. 3 files, just delete it. Now we'll deploy it again, like yeah, prod deploy, because it's changed it. And we will do the init function, and we'll do that. Any doubts till now? Just it's rendered, it's not a issue. So just I didn't try the correct copy paste thing. So do that. We will learn from each and every mistake that we do. So mistake is not a bad thing, and don't hesitate to get mistakes also. If you get mistakes, accept it, and just rectify it. Thing see, if I didn't do that, I won't get this idea, okay, where to check that, because now I'm repeating this, I will get that idea, okay, this will be the thing, so I can just directly go there and change it. Okay, now I think it's actually it's got getting time also, and it will work, I will show you. And the bootcamp materials will be shared tomorrow, and what to say, and join our community, Slack community. It's the link will be given. Our Slack community link is polyslack. It will be a polyslack. I will show you, I will type it um, in my notes. Just note it down. https://bit.ly/polyslack. This will be the link, go and join that. So this is the link, go and join there, and if there are any doubts, just ask us, we will reply soon, and we will rectify all your doubts. And if there are any suggestions about how the course should be, and you want what are the things must be added in a course, do suggest that also, we will add that. See, I need to reinitiate our app and hosting, use existing project, and use yes, and dist as Angular, and single page rewrite our URLs to yes. Yes, now we need to rewrite it, so just give yes, and yes, you just give yes, that's it. Deploy. Now it's deploying. I hope all works fine. We'll reinitiate it. Okay, dist and Angular. no, deploy. Maybe some of the catch issue, mainly most of the time it sucks with catch issue. After deploying, we try it again. Okay, just deployed. It's mainly because of this Firebase catch issue, so I will just delete the Firebase thing and reinitiate it. Just I will start first. First we will check yeah, we'll check whether the build things, routing things are good, because only the copy thing made a mistake in here. Like we'll go with router and check routing. Okay, now user, share and collections. Okay, now now go to here and check collections will be this one. Yeah, collections. And home, it is user. Routing is also user. So user, okay. And in new user page, it's going to common thing. So okay, now after that in share page, it's going to collections. That is API thing, so nothing. Yeah, it's good, I think. We will initiate it. Hosting, existing project, Harish Real, public is dist Angular. Okay, after that rewrite all URLs to index. Yes, actually I choose no because many URLs are there, so we need to give yes. After that already overwrite no. Because we will have already have an index file, we need to overwrite it. Okay, we'll we don't need to overwrite it because rewrite all URLs, no, so we need to give yes, I think. Oh, I hope. Okay, no, and we'll deploy it and check. First of all, I will close all the things which already opened. It's missing, no? Yeah, always it will do. Okay, we'll have that. If it's not working, I will do a new session of this and I will give it to you. I will present it to you. Okay, it's working. We'll check with these things whether it's working good or not. Yeah, it's working. Add and we'll create it. How will create? Because it won't have the ID, no. See, it's having a problem in where getting that sign up ID. We'll check that line like home HTML and go here. Yeah, it's share and actually I use user, no? Yes, we'll start from here. Harish, proceed. Now we'll check whether the local token is there or not. For now, we should have. See, we got yes. After that, network. Network, we are going to call the APIs. Now I'm going to call Spider. We should get that. Yes, and Spider-Man 2. Add. Yes, and create and share. Creating collection. Yes, copy it. And if you want to share it or something, you can just click it. It will redirect there. I will show you. And it will we will paste it and check. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. It's working now. And some of the things and you need to add here is it's like the ID, the number that you want. See, the message is hey, that's it, and it will redirect your WhatsApp web, and it will go to Telegram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything. And that's it. It's working fine for now. And the materials of this bootcamp will be given by tomorrow, and we'll send it soon. And you just want to just download it, and you need to check in your laptop whether it's working fine or not. And this bootcamp is like as I said yesterday, this is like you need to just copy it and you need to paste it and you need to set the environment for you in your laptop. After setting up, you can just go with the course. This course will be starting soon and there are many courses also. Do check that and register yourself in our polydimensional platform and have a useful quarantine time, and use this application as a fun filled application. Just you will get the unique URL for yourself and you can just share it with your friends and family members to and suggest them. These are my favorite movies, so do watch it and have a good experience of it. So like that you can just change the soul is the movie collections, so just change the soul and make use of it with any other good ideas that you get. So have a great quarantine time and be safe. I wish you all are there will you all will be in my course. I'm the instructor of full stack web development for beginners course. So there are more developers also, Ashwin, Sumesh, and Prem. They also will be helpful throughout helping you throughout this course. So don't think about that. Anything you want to learn, you just say us. So we will just instruct you in a good way, and will have a good interaction time in during our course, and that will be assignments. And at last I can ensure that you will be a good developer with more projects that you want, and you can just go with your own with by creating your project as a pro. So uh, be strong and be crazy, and don't afraid of failures. See how many times I failed in deploying this. So at last I succeeded. So just this is the main thing that you need in your whole career itself. So just be determined in what you're doing, then you can achieve it. That's it. Now today is a very good session for me, and I'm happy. If there are any questions also, just ping us. We will reply it soon. There is a contact thing, and you can just ask anything that you want. We will help you in any regards. So thank you. I will meet you all in my course. Until then, it's signing off from Harish. Bye.